A huge welcome to all you gym owners, operators, managers, and entrepreneurs out there. Today, we're diving into a white paper from jthomas that's all about one thing: preparing for what might just be the biggest financial decision of your career. Our goal is to give you some real actionable insights. Let's get right into it. So, if you're a gym owner, I'm willing to bet this question has popped into your head at least once or twice. And you know what? It's a huge one. Selling your gym isn't just a simple transaction. It's really the payoff for all your blood, sweat, and tears. It's a move that can totally set up your financial future. But here's the tough reality. Most gym owners, well, they leave a lot of money on the table. They often wait until they're totally burnt out, they have to sell under pressure, or they just haven't done the prep work. And the result? They get a check that's just a fraction of what it could have been. The good news is, it really doesn't have to be that way. And this quote from jthomas is the core idea we're talking about today. It's an absolute game changer. This isn't about smoke and mirrors or trying to pull a fast one. It's about pure, smart strategy. It's about shifting your mindset away from just selling and starting to think about how to package your gym as a seriously high-value, can't-miss opportunity. Okay, so here's our roadmap. We're going to start with something called the valuation gap. Then we'll get into the real work, the 3 pillars: strengthening your business, telling a great story, and then executing the sale like a pro. And finally, we'll wrap it all up into your maximum exit strategy. First up, the valuation gap. You have got to understand this concept. It's basically the space between what your gym is worth on paper and what a really motivated strategic buyer is willing to write a check for. They are not the same thing. Think of it this way. On one hand, you've got market value. That's your floor. It's the hard numbers, right? Your profits like EBITDA, the value of your squat racks and treadmills. But the other side, sales value, that's where you make the real money. That's the premium a buyer pays for the stuff you can't put on a simple spreadsheet: your brand, your smooth running systems, and the big one, your potential for growth. So how do you pump up that sales value? It all starts with pillar 1, fortifying your business foundation. And the goal here is simple. You want to de-risk the business for a buyer. You want them to look at your gym and see a turnkey operation, not a fixer-upper. Here's the bottom line. If your business can't run without you, a buyer sees a ton of risk. They're trying to buy a business, not buy themselves a new, stressful job. So when you promote key staff, you write down your playbook, your SOPs, and you automate tasks, you're creating a plug-and-play machine that proves your gym is safe, it's scalable, and ultimately, it's worth a whole lot more. You know, nothing will torpedo a deal faster than messy financials. You have to get this part right. That means getting all your personal stuff off the books, the car lease, the family cell phone plan, so a buyer can see the real profit. Your accountant can help you whip up a clean P&L and balance sheet, and then package it all into what's called a confidential information memorandum, or a CIM. Think of the CIM as your gym's professional resume. Buyers love predictability. It is the holy grail. So the play here is to shift your members over to longer, 6 or 12-month contracts and maybe add some auto-renewing services. This creates a predictable stream of electronic funds transfers, or EFTs. That consistent, guaranteed cash flow, well, that's a language buyers understand, and they will pay a serious premium for it. All right, with that rock-solid foundation in place, we can move to pillar 2, crafting a compelling story. The numbers are clean, but now we need to focus on perception. Because when you're selling, perception is what drives the price up. It's time to sell the sizzle, not just the spreadsheets. Now, this is a perfect example of what I'm talking about. Don't just tell a buyer you have good marketing, show them you have a marketing machine. Imagine being able to say, look, we get 200 leads every single month, like clockwork. It costs us $6 a lead, and our sales team turns 25% of them into new members. See? You're not just selling a gym anymore. You're selling a predictable, scalable engine investment. A buyer looks at that and thinks, wow, I can just pour gas on this fire and get a guaranteed return. You'd never sell your house without staging it first, right? Well, your gym is no different. A fresh coat of paint, fixing that torn turf, making sure the bathrooms are absolutely spotless. These aren't just little details. They signal quality. They create what the source material calls visual momentum.
When a buyer walks into a gym that looks clean, it's busy, it's thriving, they don't just see a business, they feel like they're looking at a winning investment.
And that leads us right to our final pillar, executing the sale. You've done all the prep work, now it's about controlling the process to get the best possible price and the best possible terms.
The key here is to control the story and never ever look desperate. You want to create urgency and that classic fear of missing out, FOMO. This isn't about slapping a for sale sign on the front door. No way. This is a professional process. You or your broker will quietly go to a short, curated list of qualified buyers. You set a hard deadline for offers, and then you let them compete against each other. It's a rare opportunity, and they know they can't afford to miss.
And I have to say this as clearly as I can. Please do not try to do this by yourself. Selling your biggest asset is not a DIY weekend project. You need a team of pros in your corner, a business broker who gets the fitness world, a sharp lawyer for the contracts, an accountant who can defend your numbers. Think of them as an investment, not an expense, because they will almost certainly get you a much, much better deal in the end. So, let's pull all of this together. Let's land on the single most important idea you should take away from this for your own maximum exit strategy. It all boils down to this. This is it. You're not just selling 4 walls and a pile of equipment. You are selling the future. The amazing systems you built, the marketing machine you created, the brand that people in your community love. That's the story. That is what a smart buyer pays a premium for. They are buying potential. So the final question for you is this. Are you building a business to run day to day, or are you building an asset to sell one day? Just thinking about the answer to that question years ahead of time is the real secret to not leaving money on the table. And if you want some professional help on that journey, the author of the white paper, Jim Thomas, can be reached at his email or phone number right there on the screen. Prepare now so you get every penny your hard work is truly worth.